and Jeff, and we would think, how, are they crazy to invade America, Americans? Now, don't get me wrong. Uh, I know absolutely. There's a lot of hope because so many Americans have a fighting spirit. The Americans that support Donald Trump, and we've got places in the United States where there's a real American tough spirit of manhood and to defend the Constitution. I got all that. But there's a lot of them, like, look, just how brilliant what the Chinese did here. I think they released that virus and then it was an attack on the United States. But how many Americans submitted to this? Oh, here's this syringe we got. There's just this potion in here. Now line up and take it. Boom, boom, boom. Here's a diaper that you got to wear on your face. Now there's a couple dots on the ground. Now stand on those. There's a lot of Americans in this Covidian cult. And that's not a good sign in terms of what other orders that they will follow. And you have talked about, now we've got that battle plan for Taiwan. If I'm not mistaken, on one of your shows that I was watching, you were also discussing the Chinese actually want to use a lot of the land in America for certain reasons. I think farmland, etc., right?
Yeah, they don't. There's a General Chiao Chen was the defense minister of China 20 years ago. He gave a speech before an elite high party group, top Communist Party officials. And it was a secret speech. It got out. Epoch Times translated and published the speech in 2005. I have a version of the speech on my website. And the speech is about, it starts out, it's about a survey they did of the Chinese people over the internet of whether the Chinese people would accept the killing of civilians, prisoners of war, women and children, blah, 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 whether that would be acceptable to Chinese people. And he announces, well, the survey is a success because 80% of Chinese will go along with that, with our, killing civilians and prisoners of war. And the 20% that don't like it, we can deal with them. And he said, now here's why we did the survey. We did the survey because China's overpopulated. We need Lebensraum. We can't use the word Lebensraum because Hitler used that word and Hitler was evil. So if we use the word, they'll realize we're like Hitler. But we have this problem. There's 1.4 billion Chinese in this territory, and we're polluting the land. We're destroying the water table. We have to teach the Chinese people to go out because once our economy does a downturn, if our economy collapses, the Communist Party will be overthrown and we will be hanged as criminals. So in order to save ourselves and to hold power in China, we must teach the Chinese people to go out. And that means we have to find new land. Now, what are we going to find new land in Taiwan, Japan, India? He says, the translator used the word trivial. And Australia is mostly desert. So where is the land? And anywhere we go to expand, the Americans will support the people that we're trying to take the land from. So we're going to have to fight the Americans anyway. So let it be American land. We have to take American land and we have to make America our #1 target. And he says, at one point in his speech, he says, this is tragic because the Americans have always helped us. They helped us in World War II against the Japanese. They helped us industrialize. They've been partners to us, but it's them or us. Because if we don't teach the Chinese people how to go out, we'll collapse and we'll be hanged as criminals. So that's the whole thing. And he said, so how do we do it? We have to use biological weapons on the United States. We have to kill 100 to 200 million Americans, and then the country will be weakened enough so we can invade it and take the land.